Shalom, 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 Yasha Allah. This your boy, Brother Shamwa Allah, back at you with another quick edifying video. Today's lesson is going to be called Same Souls of Old. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Halal, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahawah, and his only begotten Son's name, who you ignorantly called Jesus, whose name is Yahawashi, right? And the Holy Spirit, which is the Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, who have ruled well through the Spirit and have fed and edified the sheep in these last days, and has pushed his gospel and his truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom. Another mighty shalom to all you Akim out there on the highways and hedges and on the unicorn, which is this internet pushing this 100% doctrine, this 100% truth to the four corners of the earth in these last days. A mighty shalom to you all as well. Like I said, I was pondering on this last night. How the same souls from the beginning. Of course, we know they're here on the earth again, right? And it just shows, why the Lord just has to delete, 2/3 of our people, man, right? Because our people, they've been wicked from the beginning, and ultimately the Lord made them that way. But it was just thinking, right? I was watching what is that? The balloon pop, right? On YouTube, and they had like the older crowd on there, right? When I say older, I'm just like 40s or something, 40s and above. And just watching that one, it was just like how lost our people are, you had the women on there, one lady was 51 years old, and the guy asked her a question, like, what what is something that you would like to work on or something? And she gave the most generic answer, and he popped her, and he's like, man, you're 51 years old and you don't really know, you can't figure it out, like you don't know what what you want, it was something to that effect. Right. Then you had this one Jake, and he was popping people's balloons, and he went to the one girl and I guess they got to the little final round, and they said, is this a match? And he said no. He's like, how old are you? It's like, she's 38. It's like, she's never been married. She got one kid. He told her, hey, you need to stay that way. You know what I mean? But it's just the mindset of our people, right? Just watching that whole episode, right? You can watch it or whatever. The whole episode, because it's just, our people are so caught up in this Jesus, and they try to sound so, what do you call it, quote unquote religious. So they're, you know, what is your walk with God? And everybody's just throwing this BS answer. It's just like it's 2025, right? And our people are still caught in these ways, right? And it just reminds me of, the days of old, I just want to go over a couple of scriptures, about that, right? These same souls are back here on the earth that was in the time of Noah, right? Who were the same souls who were 40 years in the wilderness, right? Because of their stiff-necked and hard-heartedness, And then here we are still, right? In this captivity, and our people continue with that stiff neck, right? That stiff neck. I mean, and like I said, you sit there and you watch that stuff, and you have people, talking about, oh, I didn't like his shoes or something, or, it's just madness and folly at this point, when all hell is breaking loose, around everything. So, all right, let's just get to it, right? Salakia for the raid. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, start at verse 14. It says, I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And the Most High doeth it. It says that men should fear before him. It says that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. Okay. Now, if if you have understanding about reincarnation, you understand, right? The same souls that were from the beginning are still here, and they're here now, right? Those same souls of old are still here in this earth, all right? And through reincarnation or regeneration, we know that you die, you get your judgment, and you come back on the earth, And when you read verse 16, it talks about it, says, moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment, right? Wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there, right? So this earth is where you play out your judgment, upon the earth. After you die, you come back, right? Your soul regenerates back on the earth, right? In a new body, all right? And it's a cycle, right? Those same souls that were before are back here on the earth, all right? And when it's just when you look and you see our people, you could just see, you kind of sit back and you see how it was, right, with Moses out there, walking and seeing. Let me see. Let's go to the book of Numbers, right? Chapter 4. And we'll start at verse 27. Start at verse 26, right? It says, Numbers chapter 14, verse 26, it says, and Yahawah spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, right? And we see that even to this day, right? Brother's been doing videos with these people who, talking about there is no God, and just the mumbling. How is some guy coming from the sky, right? You've seen the videos like that brother's been posting, right? But it says, how long shall I bear with this evil congregation, which murmur against me? I have heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, which they murmur against me. Say unto them, as truly as I live, saith Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, as ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. It says, your carcasses shall fall in the wilderness, that were numbered of you, according to the whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Let me see. It says, doubtless ye shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephaniah, and Joshua the son of Nun. Right? And it's the same thing of old. It's going to happen here, right? You got a lot of those same spirits, who are here now, who will not be entering into the kingdom of heaven, right? They're gonna have to die and be reborn into the kingdom, right? They're not gonna be able to walk into the kingdom of heaven. They're not gonna be able to escape, into those chariots, right, and see the kingdom of heaven, right? Because it's the same. Those same spirits, those same souls are back on the earth doing the same stuff, right? Let's see. It says, but your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which ye have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in the wilderness. All right. They shall fall in the wilderness, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. All right. But ultimately the Lord here on this time, what he's going to do? By fire. Right here in Babylon, the Lord is going to judge 2/3 of his people. All right. For the murmurings, right? For the unbelief, right? For all the wickedness and atrocities, right? And when you look at, especially some of our older generation, man, you just look at how lost they are, you know? They cling on to this American way. They cling on to, Jesus, right? They cling on to these things, which are falsehoods. All right. So ultimately, the Lord is going to have to remove them or purge them out. All right. And that's what's soon to be coming. All right. With Jacob's trouble, hey, there's going to be a whole lot of purging, man. The Lord is going to be sifting a whole lot of people out, man. All right. Because these are those same souls who were back in the day, right? Murmuring and doing all types of wickedness. All right. Let's go to Deuteronomy, right? Right. And remember, they walked around for 40 years, right? 40 years in the wilderness, right? But the Lord didn't give them eyes to see and ears to hear and to understand, the magnificence and the glory that the Lord was actually doing to them, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 29. I'll start at verse 4. It says, yet Yahawah, Bahasham, have not given you the heart to perceive and eyes to see and ears to hear unto this day, right? And it's the same thing, right? This is really only for the elect. The Lord is only coming to gather and save his elect, all right, of you Israelites, Salakia, from the four corners of the earth, all right? The rest, you're blinded, even unto this day. It says, verse 5, it says, I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and thy shoes is not waxing upon thy foot, right? Think about that. The Lord, for 40 years, they walked around in the wilderness, and their shoes, you know how you might walk a season in your shoes, and the damn underneath starts to run away, right? Your clothes you wear the same stuff over and over, it starts to tear up and rip apart, right? But it wasn't that in the case when they were walking for 40 years and for 40 years in the wilderness. It wasn't that wasn't the case. But they couldn't even perceive that part. All right. It says, ye have not eaten bread, neither ye drunk wine or strong drink, that ye might know that I am Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, your power. All right. But these same souls are the same ones who are here today, right? With the unbelief, right? They're the same ones who were in the times of Yahawashi too, right? Let me get one more. Exodus, right? 32, verse number 9. Let's see. Let's start at verse number 7, right? Because this is our people too, right? And this, we know according to the curses that our people were going to, worship these false gods, right, of wood and stone, all right? With this wacky tacky Christianity, right, and with this Islam, right, this stone, all right. So this is Exodus chapter 32, verse 7. It says, and Yahawah said unto Moses, go, get thee down, for thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt, have corrupted themselves, right? Moses trying to so rebellious, you know, so rebellious even at that time. What more even now, right? But these are those same souls that the Lord brought out, right? Think about that. So it says they have turned aside quickly out of the way which I commanded them. It says they have made them a molten calf and have worshipped it and sacrificed thereunto and said, these be thy gods, O Israel, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt. Right? And our people have so quickly removed and turned away from the name of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, and now they're going into Jesus, right? To Allah, whoever, right? That's how quickly our people are turned away. They follow anything, right? It says, and Yahawah said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people, right? And the Lord was so hot, he was getting ready to get rid of them before. It says, now therefore let me alone, that my wrath may wax hot against them, that I may consume them, and I will make thee a great nation. The Lord wanted to start over. All right, that's how hot he was, you know, with the wickedness of our people. Okay, he was getting ready just to wipe everybody off and start all over. All right, but Moses had to kind of intervene and talk to him, you know, and that's why, you know, when you read about Deuteronomy 18, you know, he said he's going to make like a prophet like unto you. Right, was talking about Yahawashi. And what did Yahawashi do? Yahawashi was that intervention. He was that mediator, you know, between us, right? Just how Moses was out in the wilderness, right? When our people was acting a fool, man. About to drive Moses crazy, right? When you read it, you know? So, but these same souls, they're right back here, man. Same soul, just doing the same goofy stuff, man. The same traditions of their forefathers. And, oh, because my forefathers did it, I'm going to continue to do the same wickedness, right? It's madness, right? Let's go to the book of Acts, right? And we know at this point, you know, we continue to push the name, you know, of the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, and his son, Yahawashi, all right? We continue to push those names, you know, but yet, you know, we have people who continue to fight up against it. You know, you get on the comments and that's not the names and this, you know, it's just the straight madness, right? This is Acts chapter 7, verse 51. It says, ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Rawchaa, Qadash, right, or the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do ye, right? And that's the same thing, right? Just resisting that. Nah, you know, not my good old Jesus. You know, that's the whole mind thinking, man, right? And just it just reminds going back to that balloon pop episode. You know, they just really thought they talking about, yeah, well, you have Jesus in your heart, you know. One guy was, I go to church every Sunday, and then on Wednesdays I go to Bible study, and then I go out and I you know, we go build churches in other countries, and it's just like, damn, bro, like y'all still caught up in this whole folly and madness, you know. But these are those same souls, you know, from old, you know. Let's go to they don't understand that, you know, destruction is coming to them. All right, let's go to the book of Matthew, right, 24, and let's go to verse number 27, 37, Salakia. This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be, right? For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and they knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. And that's what's going to happen. All right. Because just as in the days of Noah, right? Just in the days of Moses, just in the days of Yahawashi, right? These same spirits, they're back on the earth and they're going to continue to do their folly. All right. And ultimately, because the Lord has put it in their hearts to make them do that, ultimately, so he can destroy them. Now, just think about that, right? You get destroyed by the flood, right? You get destroyed in the wilderness, right? And then here now you're about to catch that fire, those nukes, man. Or even, it might be even personal, man. Yahawashi and the chariots, man. And the angels and their chariots shooting them laser beams, man, cutting you asunder, man. All right? You think about that, man. How wicked our people are, man. How those same souls are back here on the earth, doing that same folly, right? And this judgment is going to come upon them. All right. Let's go to Slovakia. And they don't want to know the true names. All right. And a lot of some of these, and when I'm speaking to some of these, like the older people, right? You try to tell them the name and, that's not, I know Jesus. That's what I know. You know what I mean? They'll give you that whole folliness, right? Let's go to the book of Mark, chapter 8, and verse number 38. We just got a couple more. We'll close it out. This is Mark chapter 8, verse 38. It says, "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and my words and this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with his holy angels." All right. And there's a lot of people that are ashamed, when you tell them that, this Bible is for them. When you tell them that, you're an Israelite, when you tell them all these different things, they don't want to hear that. Right? They don't want to believe it. They stop up their ears, like the scriptures say, that they should not hear. Right? Because why? There's those same souls who were doing all the madness, from the days of Noah on up. All right? Doing all this madness. All right? So it says, "Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation, of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels." All right. And remember, back in the day of Moses, it was only Joshua, right, and Caleb who made it out. All right. So we go to the book of Joshua. All right, we'll close it out on this. Joshua 24. Let's go to verse number 14. It says, "Now therefore fear Yahawah, Bahasham Yahawashi, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood," right? Back in the days of Noah, right? People doing the folly. And it says, "And in Egypt, and serve ye Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi," right? In the days of Moses, right? Still doing the same stuff, man. All right. It says, "And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods of your fathers, which your fathers served, that are on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi." Right? And ultimately, the Lord is going to make you're going to choose that day, right? What is that? Judges, it's either 10, or it's either 15, or 15 and 10, or 10 and 15. Yep, here we go. Let me see. Let's start at verse 13. It says, "Yet This is Judges chapter 10 and verse 13. It says, "Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more." Right? And you got some of these same souls back on the earth now, right? Who are going to be trying to call on the they're going to call on, God. They're going to call on Jesus. They're going to call on whoever, right? It says, "Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation." All right? That's what the Lord is going to say to a lot of you wicked ones, man. "I never knew you. Depart from me, you workers of iniquity." All right? Because they're going to continue into the folly, man. And that's why Zechariah 13 and 8 talks about 2/3 of our people, are going to be destroyed on this side because they're just not going to get right. And they haven't gotten right since the flood. All right? And the only way they're going to get right is once they're reborn in the kingdom of heaven, through the elect, through the loins of the elect, at the end of the day. So as you sit here, and I know one of the brothers was saying, he's like, "I sit here and I see these people and I just look and I point and I say, yep, nuke food. That's nuke food." At this point, that's what they are. They're stubble, for the fire. All right? Because they're just not going to get it. All right, so I just wanted to do this quick lesson. Lord's will, this was edifying. Right, with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to say, Call Halal Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. Peace and blessings to the elect of the 12 tribes scattered abroad. A mighty shalom to the 144,000 men and to the rest of the elect. Stay diligent, stay focused, keep praying for one another. And with that, I want to say shalom.